You have also collaborated with For Humanity on developing a risk management framework. Could you please walk us through it and how can it be effectively implemented in real world applications?
Now, there is a process to it, and there are risk considerations to it. What is the process? We are speaking about how do you identify risk, how do you analyze risk, how do you evaluate risk, how do you triage or treat the risk, right? And how do you record and report the risk, and what kind of communication channels in this whole process? Uh, a lot of people speak about risk mitigation instead of risk treatment. Risk mitigation is one part of risk treatment. Addressing the risk is about how do you make sure that that does not happen, right? Treatment is about, even if it happens, how do I handle myself? So philosophically speaking, also, it is more important for somebody to handle how they treat themselves instead of how they mitigate what makes them feel. So you can never solve um, the problem of somebody making you angry, but you can definitely solve a problem of how you can handle your anger. You see what I'm saying? Right? That's essentially the point that we were trying to build in that whole themology. Um, yeah, you had a point.
The anger analogy really makes it clear.
Yeah, so that's what it is, right? You need to treat it. You need to figure out how you treat it. The other point, so there's a process aspect of it. The other aspect is how do you actually define the type of risks that we are speaking about. There's a lot of principles that are out there, but you need to structure it into what types of risks that we are speaking about that got defined while we were trying to do it as part of For Humanity. We said that we need to start with basics, right? Privacy, right? Bias, accountability, safety, security, diversity, transparency, explainability, and you have issues relating to sustainability and human values, right? Ethics and governance, right? Human values and freedom, ethics and governance. So anything that affects all of this is the risk that we need to be focused on. And all of this will have an impact on environment, people, business, society, and nation state that we spoke about. So that's how we structured it. The framework essentially is about how do you identify the risk, how do you analyze them, how do you categorize them, how do you find ways to treat them, and how do you record and report them. And wherever you're not able to solve the problem, you know that with the existing ways in which you can't solve the problem, what can you do? So you at least give a disclosure for the user to make informed decision. So the responsibility of informed decision shifts to the user. And that's where this comes in.